Hi, thanks so much for joining me. So this is everything for my daughter's 7th grade homeschool year, and that will be for 2025-2026. And this isn't everything because some of the items I'm actually pulling from our shelves, and some, especially like a lot of the books, some are books I've been collecting, are books that I just want her to read. So this is like mostly everything. And so I'm not gonna go into anything regarding the subjects. I'm going to do a very detailed video if you guys are interested. I hope so. Of when I do like her official 7th grade curriculum video will be coming soon. But so when I do that video, I'm going to go subject by subject and things like that. But right now I'm literally just kind of threw everything together in a pile. So I hope you guys understand that. And I'm just doing a really quick haul and unboxing kind of sort of because some of the curriculum I haven't really opened. Yeah. Okay, so this is a Trapper Keeper. There's something about the Trapper Keeper so nostalgic. This is the one I got her. I actually got this one from like literally Walmart.com. I was just like, there was an item on Walmart.com that no one else had, and then I just so happened to find this. It was on sale for like $4. But yeah, so I actually got her this for 7th grade. I hope you guys can see. It came with 2 little inside folders. And I really like it. It's just very 80s, 90s. The palm tree, it reminds me of like Lisa Frank with sorry if you guys can't see this because of the tag. The dolphin, very 90s. And so I really want her to use a Trapper Keeper for 7th grade. It's a new idea I have. And then this is just a simple quad ruled reinforced filler paper I got her from Target. I'm also going to link everything I can find on Amazon, but if it's not from Amazon, I'm mentioning it. But yeah, okay. So this is Stories and Poems for Extremely Intelligent Children of All Ages, selected by Harold Bloom. And what I really like about this book, I'll show you the table of contents. Hopefully you guys can see. I kind of did a wider camera today, so I might have to show you. But what I really like about this book is it's grouped by season. So have one in the spring, book 1, spring, and it has selections from a lot of classic literature. Harold Bloom is big on classic literature, and so like it has like Walt Whitman, selection, Lewis Carroll, William Shakespeare, Aesop. Okay, and then you have book 2, which is summer. Then you have book 3, which is autumn, and then you have a book 4, which is winter. So since we're starting homeschool in, technically August, which is summer, I think we're just going to go ahead and start in autumn because we're going to be moving into autumn soon. So we'll probably just do autumn first, but I'll talk to my daughter about it. And yeah, so basically this will be something that she'll read every day. Just let's look at just one page real quick. I know I said you guys I told you guys it's just like a quick haul, but I just can't help myself because some of the stuff I'm just looking at for the first time. So this is book 1, spring. Okay, so yeah, so some are really short, like The Human Seasons, John Keats. Here's a poem. And yeah, so this is what I got for her. Okay, so then I got Grimm's. Now, this is something that I kind of got for us as a family because I've been wanting the complete Grimm's, and she also has something that's relevant to this for 7th grade. So I just went ahead and got the complete first edition, the original folk and fairy tales of Grimm, translated by Andrea Deso. And this is, I love the shadow, the silhouettes, cutout, print, the art style is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, so it says it's complete, so that's what I've been wanting because we have Grimm's here and there, but we don't have the complete. And then you have like volume 1, yeah, and then volume 2, and then it's just 2 volumes. Volume 1 and volume 2. I guess it's kind of divided in 2 volumes. Volume. Sometimes I get volume and volume. It sounds the same, just the way I talk. Okay. So yeah. So. And it has some illustrations throughout. Look at that. Oh, it like plays tricks with my eyes where it just looks like a real texture. I could really feel the cutout of the silhouette, the shadows, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah. It's like a shadow puppet. style. I forgot what they call these. Is it like die cuts? But yeah, so it's really beautiful. Okay. Here is 13 Planets by National Geographic Kids, the latest view of the solar system by David A. Aguilar. I'm not sure. But this one, I was actually surprised how small it was. I didn't really read I'm bad at like reading page numbers and stuff like that, like description. I just kind of, oh yeah, I like the content. I like the table of contents. Let me buy it. And so but I do like how right in the beginning, it has all the planets on this opening inside cover. I like that. And we decided to keep it. I told my daughter, okay, I said, is it okay that it's so small? Like, do you want me to get you like a second book that's like, bigger, fatter, whatever? I think like DK has a good one. I think National Geographic actually has another one where it's just like a big fat book and on space, whatever, astronomy. And she's like, no, I really like it. And we do really like it because it's really based literally focusing on the planets and some of the planets' moons, and not really much else. And that's what she wanted. And so has a little bit about the solar system in the beginning, and then it just literally has a 2-page spread. Here we go in the sun, and then 2-page spread on Mercury, 2-page spread. Sorry, I hope you guys can see good. Venus. So it's what she'll do using this for science is she will fill in. And since we're in the internet age, she decided to go ahead and use the internet, she said, as a supplement, but the focus will be on the planets. I'll talk about that later. Okay, so we kind of have a theme. Oh, that was an annoying noise. A little like cardboard things on here from the box. Okay, so we have kind of a theme going on for 7th grade with a lot of the books that is like a publisher, National Geographic. I was kind of like obsessed with National Geographic all of a sudden. This is National Geographic Concise Atlas of the World 5th edition. So I got her this and for geography, and I'm really liking it because we have so many beautiful illustrated books, and that's awesome, and I will continue to buy them. But I really wanted to do photography, focus on like realistic images as much as we could for 7th grade because she's getting older. And we've just looked at so many illustrated, beautiful interpretations of every subject. I just really wanted realistic photos. So what I like about this book, here's the table of contents, is that it starts with the world. And so it has like a lot of interesting things about the world. And then then it moves on to the separation of the continents, which I always like. And this is has all the continents. And that's the reason why I picked it. And then it also has like some space at the end, which is also interesting. And so if you can see why I picked it, the beautiful photography. I like how it has the opening, one of the opening pages with the map. And then it's color coded. I love my color coding. DK is good about that too. I don't know that we've owned a lot of National Geographic, honestly. I know she's checked out quite a bit from the library, but so here you have the world. I'm just going to quickly, and then let me jump to, and then you have, so here, let me show you a few things about the world. So it does have some illustrations still, which is totally cool. I actually like a mix. And we've had books like that before. But, like I said, here, oh, okay, this is a nice illustration, yeah. Okay. And then, yeah, so then then it's color coded. That was the world. It's all yellow. And then now we have North America, the opening picture for North America, and it says it's in Zion National Park in Utah. I like that. So you have a map of North America, and then a political map, and then more maps. I like that. And then you have the physical map. I like that. She's really into stuff like that. Yeah, all of that. And then you have some North American flags, state flags and stuff like that. Okay, and then we're already in South America. So really the photography, I guess, is mostly in the openers, and then you have some in the beginning. So a lot of maps and stuff like that, atlas, of course. So, but yeah, I mean, you have a lot of like nice photography spread out. So then you go on to the different continents, continuing, and then the end you have space. which is nice because she'll like that. And then you have the index. So yeah, so that is Alice. National Geographic Ultimate Visual History of the World, the Story of Humankind from Prehistory to Modern Times by Jean-Pierre Isbouts, not sure. This is a fat guy. He's a big boy. And so, again, like I said, keeping the theme, this is National Geographic, and I really was interested in her getting a perspective of world history using a lithography. And so here we open it with a beautiful photograph. And then you have the table of contents, and I like how, of course, it has a timeline, prehistory to 3000 BC. Then it goes all the way 1950 till today. And then here's, you know, like a photo of the painting of Mona Lisa. And then, so here you have another nice painting. Then here you have a real photograph, Easter Island. So then, okay, so what I also like about this book is it starts right from the beginning. It doesn't have like a lot of like fluff. It starts right at the beginning with the prehistory to 3000, which is exactly what I wanted. I wanted to go right into the timeline. You see how skinny this is? That's what I like. I like to get to the point about what I'm looking for and stuff like that. And then, you know, of course you can use bookmarks, which I do, but you know, maybe I'm badly explaining what I mean, but I noticed that some nonfiction books just to me have like so much extra information that like you just have to scroll through, and I like to kind of get to the point. Now, I'm also going to say that this is not technically a children's book. Neither is the one I just showed you guys. These are like technically like adult National Geographic books. And since my daughter is going to 7th grade, it didn't really matter to me. Like, she could have read these in 3rd grade. Like, you know, I don't restrict anything. But so there might be images in here that are not appropriate. I haven't looked through every page. I'm just, like, letting you guys know. Like, these are not, like, I usually buy, like, kids' books. I usually go for, like, you know, nonfiction in the children's sections of Amazon and any bookstore I go to. But these, since I was looking for more photography, it was kind of harder. Most of the books in that age range are illustrated. So this is like technically an adult book. So I just like let you guys know if anyone's, probably you already know that, but I don't know. I'm just saying, sometimes I get questions. People ask me questions like on my Instagram or something about ages or different things. And so that's why I sometimes mention it, that I'm pretty loose about stuff like that. Like even when she reads fiction, you know, I'm not huge on ages. But okay. And so then you also have the sections. You also have the little notable dates on like on some of the pages, which I like. And so this book, I could just do a whole video just on this book, literally. I don't, because I don't know why. I guess I could. I know some channels that do that, and I really like those because sometimes I really want to see the inside of a book. But again, I'm just including it in my haul, and I'll show it again in the curriculum video of how we're going to use it and stuff like that. But that's that. And then here I have some very basics. I'm calling our art for 2025-26 7th grade back to basics, and I will talk to you guys about that in my post-its in my 7th grade curriculum video. But I just like, it's been forever since I bought crayons, Crayola, color pencils, markers, color, you know, etc. Because we bought all this stuff for like kindergarten and 1st grade, and then we literally just accumulated. And I'm gonna talk about why I repurchased again for her age. Okay, and then so now I still have some more stuff, but I'm gonna show you these books real quick. This is The Neverending Story, and let's see. I cannot read this author's name with the way they with the font. Sometimes I'll just go to the copyright. So literally, okay, so it's Michael Ende. I'm not sure to say it's End or Ende. It's Ende is his name. Okay, this is A Neverending Story, and I really like how it has illustrations. Like I said, there's gonna be a lot of books missing. I'm doing a separate video on like 7th grade reading. So there's a lot of books missing. These are just, like I said, the new ones. But yeah, I like how it has some illustrations. We love the movie. We love the movie. We love the movie. And she wanted to read the book. So yeah. Then I have The Watsons Go to Birmingham. Sorry, you might hear my baby in the background. He's 8 months now, and he's exploring sound. So this is a Watson Goes to Birmingham, if I didn't say. Christopher Paul Curtis. This is middle grade fiction. I believe this is just like middle grade or YA. And so, yeah, so the Watsons, this is like a modern, I'd say a modern classic. When did he write this? Oh, okay, 1995. So yeah, it came out in the 90s. Sorry if you hear my dog. I always say I'm gonna put my dog up and then I forget. And then I'd have to stop the video, so I apologize. Newbery Honor book. Now I have a book that was like new to me. I was literally just looking at middle grade list. This is The Westing Game, another Newbery Medal winner by Ellen Raskin. This is definitely like a middle grade, and let's see. Oh yeah, it's about these strangers that gather for this game. There's an eccentric millionaire who one of them can possibly inherit his fortune. And so I loosely got this. I'll talk about why I got this. Let me just say it. I loosely got this book because my daughter went from wanting to be an architect to wanting to be a lawyer. And I thought it'd be interesting because she's thinking about going to family. She's not sure if she wants to go into like family law or like estate planning and wills and stuff like that. You know, as a seventh grader, who knows? Maybe by the time she's 18, it'll be like 20 other different occupations by then. But now she's thinking about she wants to be a lawyer, and there was like very few books about lawyers for kids, hardly any. She read To Kill a Mockingbird, the graphic novel recently, and then this, which is criminal law. But anyway, so I kind of thought it kind of like could possibly deal loosely with like estate or wills or something. I don't know. Okay. This is Rolled Out Fantastic Mr. Fox, illustrated by Quentin Blake. So this is very much younger than her reading level, but that's still fun. And we roll like that. No, I read chapter books if I find them interesting still. So this is for lower, I don't know, like chapter book, maybe like between first and third, fourth grade, something like that. Maybe fifth, sixth, I'm not sure exactly. But we love the adaptation, the movie by Wes Anderson, and so she realized she hadn't read it, so I thought I'd put that on her seventh grade reading list. Okay, continuing with reading, I have In the Beginning, Creation Stories from Around the World, told by Virginia Hamilton, illustrated by Barry Moser. Sorry, you guys, if the light's going in and out, it's getting kind of dim, but... So, this, I really had my eye on this book for a while. It has all these stories, creation stories, and has continuing, and I think stuff like this is really interesting, like, and folklore stories, storytelling, stories from around the world, literally, and so I thought this would be really interesting for her to read, and also I like the illustrations. And speaking of that law career, I got her this. This is Usborne Law for Beginners. Now, technically it's about the law, not becoming a lawyer, but never mind. So, but she still would need to know about the law, right? We really haven't gone big into government, to be honest with you. Like, we did a little bit when she was younger, but then, I don't know, like, we kind of covered a little bit, but like, I kind of feel like as she gets older, it's more age appropriate for her because she's not really interested until now, kind of. So this is Usborne Law for Beginners, and so they have a whole series of these. These are great. We haven't read them before, but I've had my eye on them for a while, and they have like a bunch of different subjects. Do they have it on the back? No, sometimes they do, but they have like law, politics, money, just a bunch of different nonfiction stuff. And so I finally got one because it pertained to something. So it has, okay, good. So it does kind of pertain to being a lawyer. It has like criminal law, civil law, how law is made, law across borders, human rights, justice, big questions, and then what next. So I like that because law in general is very complex, and I have a hard time really describing it. And I told her, I was like, I'm gonna have to like arrange for you to talk to a lawyer because obviously she'll figure it out later if she goes, especially, I don't know, depending on her major and See, I live in the past and the future. I don't live in the present. Like, I'm already planning her law degree, and she's not even in 7th grade. But yeah. So this is nice. You know, it's illustrated and things like that. Who has the power? Law enforcement. Yeah. I almost got the politics one too, but or was it politics or political science? I don't remember, but I got this one for now. Okay. So this I haven't even opened yet. It's Saxon Math Homeschool 8-7 or yeah, pre 7-8-8-7. It's backwards, but no, pre-algebra. So yes, the whole set. I actually got this on Amazon this year. I do not like my USPS. They drive me insane. I shouldn't say they, it's one person. No comment. And so when I can get things from Amazon, to be honest with you, it's just so less stressful because I actually get it. So when I see that something's Prime on Amazon, I don't have to go through a third party. Sometimes I do pay a little bit more. Many times, no. But I just went ahead and got it on Amazon this year. I'll be honest, I love Rainbow Resources, but I think they have different shipping options, but I have like bad luck. People just seem to default me to USPS no matter if I pay extra. So, yeah. So I got it just like that. Okay. So solutions manual, text, and worksheets, tests and worksheets, and this is the homeschool. The work activity workbook. Okay. Wow, this is fat. Okay, so I'm not gonna like go deep into these. I'll show you guys real quick, but I'm sure if you've been watching my channel, you know we've been using Saxon for many years. But you begin with a little pre-activity, and this is the test and worksheets, where it really says worksheets, really just a practice sheet. And we do half. I'll talk about that in my curriculum video, but it's just like a little practice you get before you do the lesson. And this has stayed the same every year. I like the consistency. We know what we're doing. Tests in the back. Yeah. All very easy. Now you have, of course, the solutions manual, which I'm not going to show because it's just the solutions. So we're starting something new, which is pre-algebra, of course. And then I'm gonna read through it and stuff. I haven't even really read through it yet. You saw I unboxed it, if you want to call it that. Unopened it. Opened it. So let's see. What? Okay. I'm gonna read through this later to make sure. It always like mentioned materials in the other one. Honestly, like we didn't really do like we would often just skip the experiments. I know for 6th grade, which is what we're doing now, I don't think we did any experiments. I think we did the first year because we were like good students. I wanted her to be like doing every single thing. And I'm not saying anything's wrong with that. We're just not big experiment people or investigation people. It just depends, right? So. But this is not really nothing. I mean, this is like a ruler. We already have that. She did do stuff with the ruler, yes. Graph paper, we already have that. Now protractor, she has that. Scissors, we definitely have. A compass, we have. Oh, and it has some random things. So it's always up to her. But yeah. So I'll just show you one lesson because this is just a haul. But yeah, so it's like lesson 1, arithmetic with whole numbers and money, variables, and evaluation. Here you have the facts, practice, the new concepts, the warm-up, new concepts. And then you have the lesson practice and then the mixed practice. So, yeah. Now, what is totally new to me is Fix-It Grammar. And it is Frog Prince, level 5. Here's the teacher's manual, and here's the student book. Now, this is a first impression. Sold as a set. Again, I got this on Amazon. I probably could have got a better deal on Rainbow Resource, but like I said, same reason I got Saxon on Amazon. It came, and I was happy. So here we go. Now, you might notice, okay, if you're familiar with Fix-It Grammar, you will notice that we went ahead in grade level. And that's okay. So let me just show you guys the first impression. So Fix-It Grammar, student book, level 5. Okay, I want to say this is high school. Let's see. I want to say that this is like high school level, which was totally fine with me because we based our opinion on this curriculum based on the literature. Because this curriculum focuses on one piece of literature through the whole year. So this one focused on the frog prince. This impression. Okay, so basically you have the weekly lessons. It goes all the way to week 30. Then you have, so it also shows the story in here, but we like to collect books. But so it has, so week 1, it tells you what you do. Capitalize the first word of a sentence, capitalize proper nouns, et cetera, et cetera. And then it goes like, so she would read this, and then it has the activity. Week 1, day 1. I like that, how it says it on the end. So yeah, week 1, day 2, week 1, day 3, week 1, day 4. So it's a 4-day program, which is good because we actually like in our homeschool formally on Thursdays, and she does extra stuff on Fridays except math. So that worked out perfect. And so what you do is you correct the sentence or paragraph. So I like that. So it has how you complete the passage in this order, read it, mark it, and fix it. So it has read it, so the vocabulary, has a vocabulary word, and then it has, so you'd find 5 prepositional phrases, you find 2 main clauses, 2 subject verb pairs, and then you do 1 indentation, 5 capitals, 3 commas, and 1 end mark. And then in the so now we're gonna make index. I'm gonna buy her some. That's another thing. I need to buy her some index cards, and we're gonna touch base on what the main clauses, prepositional phases, all that stuff is. But it also says it here. So like I told you guys, this is the first impression. I don't really, yeah. So then you rewrite it corrected. So I like the fact that, to me, it seems pretty simple and straightforward, and that's kind of how I like to do grammar. So I'm interested. I'm liking it so far. Oh yeah, and you have vocabulary. So yeah, vocabulary words in the front, which we could also write. I could have her write in her Trapper Keeper or on index cards. And then also, yeah, basically we were using Growing with Grammar for years. And then you could only find Growing with Grammar on their own website, unless you buy like used copies from eBay, but I don't like doing that because sometimes it's hard to find the pairs. But then, so like I mentioned, my USPS situation, not cool. And I had I'm not even gonna go into it, but I just, Growing with Grammar was working pretty good for us, but I decided to change. So then, I'll talk about that, like I said in other videos. But this is week 1, same thing that she just did. But then it has like the answers. So, oh yeah, so here's week 1, day 1. So then right away, I don't have to like scroll through things. So yes, like I said, so that's what the whole point, that's why it comes in a set with the answers. So my first impression is that I like it. It is what I thought it was going to be, simple, straight to the point. The answer manual, simple, straight to the point. There's not like a lot of stuff for me to read. And we also are starting with a higher grade. She said she remembers all of these things. Like she honestly, I actually like Growing with Grammar, but it was just becoming a headache with shipping. And if she likes this program, then we start at a higher grade, because I don't think I would do formal grammar. Let me just stop. Let me just say that I wanted her to be interested, and she already read all of the books that were from the earlier levels. And it didn't really matter because it could have been a review and it wouldn't have mattered because, but she was like, oh, I want to move to she's like, I'm really interested in this Frog Prince. And we looked at samples, and I was like, is this going to be too advanced? And she's like, no, I understand. Like she does this stuff every day. So like it's fresh in her brain, not fresh in mine. So she, I have confidence in her, and I'm thinking it's going to be great. We'll see. Thanks so much. Take care. Bye.